Hi guys, how's it going? In this video, we're going to take a look at our great and illustrious Commander-in-Chief, Boris Johnson's speech to the Conservative Party conference, which I can absolutely assure you is going to be a bit of fun, as never before, in my opinion, has Johnson displayed his absolute disdain even for the truth in such a cavalier fashion. It's quite remarkable. We will break down his lies one by one. We will provide you with the ammunition to counter the BS we hear so often from not just the Conservative Party politicians, but the same lies that are deliberately ignored by the Brexiteer hardman such as Farage and YouTube commentators such as Belfield, Toosey and our old friend Jeff Taylor. Okay, now before I do that, can I ask that you hit the subscribe and hit the bell notification icon, as it really does boost the channel's performance and inevitably increases the opportunity to reach out to those people in those marginal constituencies that may now be feeling some regret in electing those numpties. So let's go. Now, though we covered Frost's speech earlier and pointed out to the dismal support expressed by his most ardent of Conservative followers and foot soldiers, Boris, in contrast, arrived on the stage like a pop star to a tumultuous applause and a standing ovation. So all was good, so far at least, for our Commander-in-Chief. Unfortunately, however, that all ended, as we've come to expect, as soon as he started to speak. His speech was shallow. It was shallow on content, and that content he did refer to was either inappropriate or just barefaced lies. So after his hurrah for the Conservative movement, he started his speech with a reference to Michael Gove. Let's take a watch at Mr. Michael Gove, eh? Now, this would in some ways be funny if it was being delivered by perhaps a school prefect in his own Etonian stomping ground. But this was a speech by the leader of what we are constantly reminded as the fastest growing economy in the G7. This claim has been trotted out by every single Conservative ad nausea for the last several weeks. And that is where we will start. So let's listen to just how switched on politicians deal with this bull crap. For this one, we'll listen to our old friend Andrew Bridgen, whom, in my opinion, by the way, my humble opinion, should almost every time he speaks be nominated as Numpty of the Day. This bloke has an inane ability to have comments he has made previously return to bite him in the backside in a way that can only be matched by perhaps Bill Clinton's "I never had intercourse with that woman" comment. So let's take a listen to Andrew.
That's why we've got 8% economic growth.
Andrew, what's that economic growth from? Is that 8% compared year on year, when last year we were in the grips of the worst global pandemic for a century? Or is that a consistent? And that's why Ireland has 7.5% economic growth, Andrew.
If you just want to talk over me and just have yours,
I want you to answer the questions and be honest for once in your political career, Andrew.
You can pump out your EU-sponsored tropes all you want
and
to.
And you can pump out your UK-sponsored nonsense, but I'm trying to get the truth out, Andrew.
Let's see where the UK wages land.
Now, isn't it refreshing to listen to real political discussion rather than simple schoolboy posturing that we've become so accustomed to over the last 5 or 10 years? Let's remind ourselves, just for a bit of fun, about Andrew Bridgen's claim, just in case you don't believe me, just how stupid this guy is.
We have a reciprocal agreement where I can go to Ireland and ask for an Irish passport, and someone from Ireland can come to the UK and ask for a British passport. We have that system. That's the system we have, isn't it?
Sorry, hold on. You think there is a reciprocal agreement where you as an English person can come over and get an Irish passport?
I can apply for Irish citizenship, yes.
Can you tell me what that reciprocal agreement is?
I believe that's in the common travel area, isn't it?
You believe as an English person, as an Englishman, that there exists in legislation a reciprocal agreement where you can be given an Irish passport?
I can apply for an Irish passport, yes.
Well, of course you can. Someone in Japan can apply for an Irish passport. You're talking here about a reciprocal agreement as part of this Brexit discussion. What is this reciprocal agreement?
Well, under this common travel area, people from the Republic of Ireland can come to the UK. They can vote in elections, which other people won't be able to do. They can join
people in the Republic of Ireland can vote in the UK?
Isn't that incredible? Anyway, let's get back to Boris. In his opening statement, he refers to COVID and in particular intimates how COVID was beaten by the Conservative Party's vaccine rollout programme that could not have been done, according to all the Conservatives, that is, if the UK had remained as a member of the EU. And so let's move on.
And though the disease has sadly not gone away, the impact on death rates has been astonishing, and I urge you all to get your jabs, because every day our vaccine defenses are getting stronger and stronger. And you, all of you, and everybody watching, you made this rollout possible. You made each other safer.
Now, you heard that for yourself. The impact on death rates has been astonishing. Of course, this is absolutely true in every single sense of the word. However, the death rate is indeed astonishing for all the wrong reasons, and it continues to astound the rest of the Western world as the UK has emerged because of the incredible audacity, the incredible ignorance and laissez-faire attitude to the well-being of British citizens by the Conservatives that has seen now the UK today running at a projected death toll consistently at a rate that will mean another 41,000 people will die from COVID, on top of the 140,000 that have already perished, that have already subjected countless thousands of families to incredible anguish because of their stupidity. What makes me even more frustrated is that he's allowed to make further comments, such as his comment to the 1 to 4 group protection strategy, while the person who lied about it, the person who denied it, and the person who eventually had to admit to the abstract complete failure of such a 1 to 4 policy sat in the very audience he was addressing, the one and only.
They vaccinated so rapidly that we were able to do those crucial groups 1 to 4, the oldest and most vulnerable, faster than any other major economy in the world.
Now, guys, let's not forget that these people sent thousands upon thousands of the elderly and their carers whose job it was going to be to provide 24-hour care as the pandemic accelerated to the already identified by every scientist in the world as the most vulnerable people, and whom, I remind you, had already served their country by contributing to the nation's coffers for the vast majority of their lives, and amongst whom there were many who would put their lives at risk in the services of the armed forces from the various wars that the UK had become engaged with through every decade, from World War II to the Suez Canal to the Falklands, apart from NATO missions, apart from UN missions, apart from Northern Ireland deployment. These people had already served their country and were cast aside like dirt. That's what they did. That's what this Conservative government did. Okay? Now, I think this video is becoming a little bit too long. So in the next video, we will discuss how this Conservative Party appears to have abandoned even their own commitment to the people of Hong Kong. And not just recently, don't forget they made this commitment under the Conservative governments to the people of Hong Kong previous, during and after the Chinese takeover. We will also rip apart the claims of the massive lunacy of of Johnson's statement with regard to foreign direct investment, AstraZeneca, free ports, Super League, new hospitals, and so much more. And I look forward to meeting you on that flip side. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Don't forget to subscribe.